The Hebrew text in the Bible has hidden formats. By revealing these formats, I will prove the first writer's words were hidden from you. These formats look like poetry as I group them into small paragraphs. Their grouping will become known as a psalm, and together they become psalms. Let me show you our Creator's 12 commandments, listed in Exodus chapter 20, verses 1 through 17. Any father of a family or his wife who did not obey any one of these 12 commandments, our Creator demanded they bring him a sin offering. Thus, our Creator defined the word sin as not obeying any one of these 12 commandments. Next, I want to show you how I changed one word in Exodus 26, verse 26, the word bars to arches, and the words now reveal the style of the roof for our Creator's tent for meeting with Him. Let me show you the translator's words from the preface of the 1611 King James Bible. They gave 4 reasons for themselves or others to edit the Bible's words. The red arrow at the top points to their 3rd reason to edit the text. By the light and feeling we attained unto ourselves. The next red arrow down points to them giving the title, the divine, to a clerk named Gregory. The next block of words, they point out they were happy that the first emperor of Rome established the year to the course of the sun. Behind this text means Nebuchadnezzar ordered his kingdom to follow our Creator's calendar when he stopped eating grass. Did you notice the letter S in sun is capitalized? This is to give respect to the Egyptian sun god Ra. Have you seen the Egyptian obelisk in the Vatican's front yard? The last arrow points to your reward for studying the Bible. Your reward is to have a fellowship with the saints and participation of a heavenly nature that will never fade away. There is no such thing as nature to a truthful Christian. Our Creator created everything. By their own words, they were not seeking to know our Creator or Jesus. Not everyone has the knowledge to correct every word. I have an old Bible program that has the New American Standard Bible 1977 concordance to help find a better word. Their concordance has the number of times they use that English word in a parenthesis for that Hebrew word. The translators removed his name, YHVH, to put in 2 titles, Lord and God. I replaced those titles using the letters Y and V as his name, for the Hebrew language does not have a J, O, or W. By using these 2 letters, I am closer to the truth than anyone using J, O, or W for his name. So why is there a single letter O in the Hebrew text 1,095 times? No proper English was used? The blue highlighted text is text that I am removing. The red highlighted words are little words that I'm adding. Gray italic words are words that I added. To respect and honor our Creator, all capital letters in purple are our Creator's words. This is Jesus' prophecy, for I am revealing the first writer's words to tell you the true truths about Jesus. As the text is revealed, you can taste the writer's style of wording. Their words will take your belief to trusting our Creator. You will be watching prophecy before your eyes as I edit true truths back into their psalms. All right, chapter 35 is coming up, but this is 34 of Jeremiah, and this is of the hidden formats by the first writer. As you can see, this was a small paragraph. This is a small paragraph, and they connect together, and then that pattern keeps repeating. I don't force them, because what happens if I don't have another one connecting, I just say there's something missing here. To show you the format, though, I need to blow it up a little bit and tell you that this is a statement, and then these 2 are going to tell us or explain this statement, which makes a small paragraph. This is known as a psalm, and this is another psalm, and they group together to make a larger paragraph. Then the subject changes and goes on to other paragraphs to make up the story. So And what I do is at the end of my videos, I show that and give you time to take a screenshot of the text and look at it over if you want to, because what I'm doing is recording for history of what I know. Like I tell people, our Creator made me see Him, and I've been doing this, finding hidden formats for probably 30 years. Right now, I'm trying to record for the last time of this 3-verse format that is in a lot of books, but I'm not doing all the books. I've only selected 24 because they're the ones that actually have the story of the kings and things like that that are very important. And then Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John to have the knowledge about Jesus. And I'm going to take all these books, put them together, and put them into order. Now, if you've been watching the videos, you'll see that in Jeremiah, we didn't have them leaving as captives to Babylon yet, that they had stories already about sending messages up to those in captivities, but only in the last chapter here have we really got text that's talking about Nebuchadnezzar coming down. But the prophet is Jeremiah, and Jeremiah first appears as prophesying about the 10th year here from what the text is telling us. And so you're going to see these 3 kings named throughout Jeremiah. And this is the last king. And then Jeremiah is going to be left on the land. Babylon's going to release him. And he's going to stay there with the rest of the people that hid themselves, or the sick, the poor, the elderly. So anyone who couldn't make a 700-mile trip. Okay. Our Creator never speaks one word. So, whoops. Well, I'm adding the S. So I try to highlight things to show my editing. And you can see I'm getting rid of those words. And because I'm trying to respect and honor our Creator, I put all the text that is from Him or has been from Him in large letters to respect and honor our Creator. Now, to Jeremiah from YV. Okay, now this is a different king. See, now, the text I just showed you was that Babylon's down there and battling. Now we're coming back to this other king right here, okay? So now we've jumped back and forth again in the text. So, and I can say that this is going to be like this as the format. And the days, and this is going to be 4. I've tried to help myself by trying to speed up these videos by just having some pre-made text like that. In the days for Jehoiakim, a son for, now this is a good king, so I have to give him a capital letter. And it's a son from, and I believe, yeah, I did that. Oh, I even went a little bit farther and did this whole thing. A son from him, because we don't know how many sons he had, so I just have to say a son, not the only son. And then here, and I have to add, to make it first person writer, I have to say R. Okay. And this, I have to say, is not saying, he's commanding. Our Creator commands. Commanded me 2. Okay, so this is from our creator. I'm changing this word. And I'm adding these two. Something simple like that. But now that you understand that, I won't be repeating myself much. And now this is the format that you can see right here. Oh, Judah, King of Judah. I need to say that this is a kingdom in the way I try to represent good kingdoms and bad kingdoms. When they're bad, I put them in all small caps, all large caps if they're good. So that way the reader now knows without any problems what's going on. Now these two are connecting together. So now I have to put a double space here, and I'm finding the rest of the text. Go to the home of these guys here and speak to them and bring them not into the house for a while. You can't do that. Nobody can enter in the gates of the courtyard where our Creator's house is there to meet with people. It's not a sanctuary. This is not a temple, but it is his house. His house for Wivey. And I can't say that. Word in is truthfully. So I've got that. Oh, I forgot to mention, when I'm doing these formats, I am purposely trying to use 1, 2 as major words, and then the least amount of words to connect them. That's the format that they wrote in. Now, I don't know where I'm going to show you, either in the upcoming chapters, that Baruch, who was to be sent to the king, and I think this is what's going to happen in this one here. But it's going to say after he read a few columns. So you can see that this would be a column of text. Okay, so that proof of these exist will actually be in the text. So go, I don't say, let's just say we don't need this. Go to these guys and speak to them. Then bring them. Now this is our Creator's, so I have to say my house. But it's not going to be inside, but it is going to be his house. But this now has to be no good. And bring them to my house into one of the chambers and give them wine to drink. Now, how many of them are there, and how big is the jug that he's going to take? Well, I can say right now that there are no chambers, and they can't get into the house. Nobody can get there inside his house. So this is untruthful. Okay. I'm reading this. I see. They're saying that there's a chamber for the officials, and then that is above the chambers of this as a doorkeeper. Nobody lived inside our Creator's house. So all this doesn't make sense. There are only two rooms. His meeting room is 20 by 20, where he speaks to them from above the mercy seat. But here, they've got people living there, and I know that this is wrong. So, and set before pitchers full of wine, tell them to drink. I don't think what this is not true. And then they said they were not supposed to drink. That doesn't matter. I'm specifically looking for text that wouldn't be off subject from the matter that's in Jeremiah. I don't see that still the story. That's still the story. Now, what's unique about what I'm throwing out, it could probably be made into a format, but it certainly doesn't go in Jeremiah. I mean, we have the enemy coming at the gate. Okay, Jeremiah is supposed to be locked up in the courtyard. So how did he do this? You know, so although this is supposed to be at a different time under a different king. So, but I don't feel this is truthful enough because he was sent to that king and he didn't like what he was saying to him. So he had him locked in, or had him guarded in a house, one of the high priest's servants' house, I believe, or home. See, the Armenians, they have been dead and gone a long time. David conquered them, so they wouldn't have had an army at this time. The Chaldeans are the only ones that I know that joined besides Assyria, so they stopped the battles, not much bloodshed, and said, we'll just join you, which was a very good option at that time. You saved your men and you joined a larger kingdom and just handed over your kings or left them as rulers or governors. Drink wine, still drinking this damn wine. See, this is just useless. So I'm going to just say from here to here is useless. Now these last two, I don't know here because it starts out, he's in the days for this king that's lousy or evil. Go. So this is so far off now, the text. I have to just say all this is out. So all I've got is a beginning here. And it's just telling us a date and who he's talking or at what time. So the thing here is if I say, when it says go, I've got to find the story where he's going to, because this is just nothing. And if it's nothing, then the beginning is nothing as well. Go again and again. No, this is not. Okay, now where he did his heralding of a prophecy from our Creator was at the gate of his house, which this could go to the gates for my house could be used, but nothing else here. But the object is this hint or this clue here. Is where he's heralding. He also heralds at the gates entrances to the cities or to the city, or just walking around proclaiming or heralding the prophecy from our Creator. But this is not connecting. Go and say to Jeroboam, I have sent my servants. Now, this means that there would have to be other prophets at his time. Now, Isaiah is another prophet that I know of. Micah is around at this time. I'm not thinking of anybody else right now. So, yes, I've sent to you my servant. Now, this would be he's being sent again and again to him. So, this would be not needed. Again and again, saying, not turn, but repent. I just want to do this to make sure that I've got that. So when I see the text, I realize that I got to make them all that way, but I'm not going to do that right now. Repent. Well, this word now wants to connect up here. Again, saying, so they don't have to. So, I've sent to you my servant, again to say, I need a starter word here. You are to repent now. If he's just talking to the king, then it's got to be like this. This has got to be starting from your evil way. And I'm going to say that, whoops, your evil life, not way, it's life. This is like this is out. So what am I missing here for, what am I, from your evil life, and do not go and do not follow. After would be changed to follow. Do not follow other, and I'm going to put gods like this. I'm going to just leave it small. I've got to wait. I got to make sure that that's. So this is not needed. This is not needed because we're talking to the king here. Okay, now that's a good grouping. Okay. Now here it's to worship them. This is not connecting. So I'm going to put it at the end of this because it looks like that's what they were trying to tie it to anyway. Then you will live. Now this is funny because this might be the wrong king here. This king is going to live in the land no matter what. So what am I missing here? Other God, do not follow other gods. Now this is a subject change here. And I don't make those subject changes just to have fun by saying that it's not flowing for the format. I couldn't use either of those. So this text would be out because it seems like it's coming up from the story. You have not heard with your ears. No, I'm going to need that. Or listen to me. Now this, now it's kind of like I almost need it. And it's not the other gods, yet you are living And you are, it can't be our Creator's land. He's given it to them. So maybe the word land is wrong. I'm trying to figure out here on the land part. Yet you are living and ruling. Yet you are ruling the land. Yet you are ruler of the land, ruler of the nation. Yes, not dwell, ruler. Now, this is so far off from what I've done. I got to say, I'm adding this. Ruler for that's actually Judah. So it's pretty much close. Like I said, it's the intent of the word, so I don't really say I'm adding it, as I'm pretty much saying what the land is. It's the kingdom Judah. Yet you are ruler for Judah, but you have not heard with your ears or listened to me. Therefore, down here, I don't see this as needed for the subject here. And I'm not sure that's going to be needed. Now, this is I'm bringing to Judah and to and to mankind in Jerusalem. Mankind are those that are against our Creator, such as the priests that are now that He's got in this house. But He's coming after them because they're the ones that have taken their practice. This is meditating to have a sex with a so-called female goddess, and they have overtaken Jerusalem, the laws, the courts, everything. The the disaster I prophesied. And he prophesied against them, so we don't need the word. The disaster I prophesied. Now let me go up here. So Yeah, so I don't need this. Now, save that before I forget everything. I spake to them, but they said, now this would have been bring to Jerusalem and to the priests in Jerusalem. This could be priests. Because I spoke to them, I prophesied to them. Because I prophesied to them, but they did not listen. This is out. But they did not answer. But they did not repent. And again, I've got to say I'm adding this. But it's getting closer to the answer. But they did not listen, nor did they repent. So this has to be priests. I got this one wrong here. In Jerusalem, the disaster I prophesied, because I prophesied to them, but they did not listen, nor did they repent. Now it has to be what's connecting to these two. So oh, this is getting back to the wine guys again. That's not like a man before me. Well, that's too bad. Okay, now that was quick, but that's why I'm trying to do more a day. When I get time, I'm going to try to make videos. Wow, there was a lot taken out of this one. Okay. So when I copy that, I better take it down and then save it. And I'm going to bring up this text, stick it here. Now this should be 2 here. This should be 1. This needs to be 2. Now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to copy this here, and I'm thinking that it's correct that it's all grouped together as one. So this is all I got from 35. I've got less from a chapter, but that's what happened to this one here. So I will do that, or leave that just like it is right now. And then I will, like I said in the other video, my mom wants to go grocery shopping. So I'm going to save that, and I'll see you on the next video.